Live stream video quality doesn't depend so much on the camera as the what? The internet, the Wi-Fi. How good is the internet? Because if the internet is slow, whatever you're streaming on, so I was streaming on YouTube, right? So if you're streaming on YouTube and the internet isn't fast enough to send the data for a really crisp, clean image, what's it going to do to that image? It's going to bring the quality down so it can keep up. Yes. So there's nothing wrong with the camera. The problem was the internet. I didn't even know it until afterwards. So it's kind of a shame. But anyway, while we watch him race, I'll play it. I'll mute it. Are you ready? So we're going to do a word problem based on this. You need something to write on, something to write with, and you might need a calculator. You don't have to use a calculator. I'd be very impressed and happy with you if you did it by hand. Actually, use your brain. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. All right. Shh. All right, you guys don't even have a paper out to write on. Okay. I'm not going to repeat myself. So if you miss a piece of information, get it from your neighbor. All right, so Cook ran this 1 mile race. You're not going to write that down? 1 mile race. By the way, how many meters is a mile? 1,600? Good. He ran it in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Don't act like you're not impressed. That's a pretty good time. Is that a pretty good time?
Is it accurate?
Shh. Shh. Again, Cook ran the mile in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. There he is right there. Oh, yeah. He was. Oh, it's Stone. Stone ran it with him. Okay. So anyway, I want his average speed in miles per hour. Go. See if you can figure it out. It's a word problem. He ran a mile in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. What was his average speed in miles per hour? Do you guys know how to work these backwards? What's the first thing you write down? What is the problem asking for? Average speed in. So we're going to put over here miles per hour is equal to what? What is speed equal to? Distance divided by time. Good. So distance divided by time. You need to plug in, but guys, you have to plug it in the correct unit. This M means miles. Okay? So the distance needs to be in miles. That one's easy. How many miles did he run? 1. So we can get rid of distance, replace it with 1. 1 mile. Time is in what? Hours. Miles per hour. So time needs to be in hours. What are you given time in? Minutes and seconds. So what are you going to need to do? Convert the minutes to hours, convert the seconds to hours, and add them together to get a total number of hours that it took him to run it. So what do? Times 60 divided by 60. Well, why 60? Because there's 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes an hour. Good. So, but here's the question you got to ask yourself. Which one? Do I multiply or do I divide? If we're going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, that's what we're doing, right? If we're going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, the number needs to get smaller. If the unit's going to be bigger after converting, then the number must be smaller, which means we would have to do what to it? Divide it. So, and break it down. Break it down. You have 5 hours, or excuse me, 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay? So, change that one and change, oh yeah, sorry, 18. I'm sorry. The 23 we'll see later. Shh. So, I divide seconds by 60 to get to minutes, but then I have to divide it again to get to hours, right? 0.005.
Yep.
And then what did somebody get dividing 5 by 60?
No, just an extra 0. I got
0.08.
0.08?
That's not what I got.
Whoa.
I got 20.
Stop. We're getting multiple different answers. Guys, we're only doing the seconds over here. Okay, so somebody did seconds and they got 0.005. Great.
I got an extra 0.
Now we're going to add that to what's minutes? 5 divided by 60.
0.08.
Okay. Simple mistake, probably. Yep.
Yeah.
Good. That's fine. All right, so now we just add those two together. 0.088. We'll just round it. 0.088. 0.088 what? Hours. So we put that right there, guys. So we have 1 divided by 1 mile divided by 0.088 hours gives us how many miles per hour? 11.36. You did everybody do it? If you didn't do it, put it in the calculator. 1 mile, 1 divided by 0.088. 11 point, did everybody get it? 11.36. Okay. Now, we just finished, right? You did the division. You said this is the answer. What is actually the last thing you do when you get an answer? Check it. Check it. So you can run you can run the formula in reverse, right? So we could say, well, that equals this. If you multiply back, you get to a mile, right? This times that would get you to a mile.
Not exactly.
Because we rounded. Yes, you're right. Here's the other thing. You can just ask yourself this simple question. 11.36 miles per hour. Does it make sense that a freshman boy that's in good shape could run at that speed for over 5 minutes? Yeah. Yeah. That's a hard jog, but it's not a sprint, right? Now, if we saw something like 16 miles per hour, we should be thinking that doesn't make sense. Do you understand? Because that'd be like a sprint. And I'm like, he's a freshman in high school. We're not sprinting for 5 minutes. Does that make sense? Of course, if he was going that fast, it wouldn't take 5 minutes, would it? It'd be a lot faster time. He'd be like record speed. All right, so we're going to do the exact same question, but we're going to change just 2 things. Instead of Cook's time, we're gonna find the average speed in miles per hour for my 8th grade daughter. Okay, she ran it in 6 minutes and 23 seconds. 1 mile. 6 minutes, 23 seconds. So everything works the same. You're just Got a different time. So we're going to do the same thing, right? We're going to take the minutes and convert them to hours. What's 6 times 60? What's 6 times 6?
36.
Add the 0 on.
360.
Okay, 360, what? That'd be seconds. Why are we doing that? We got to divide. I'm ahead of myself. We're going to do something else in a minute. So 6 divided by 60 gives us 0.1. Okay, easy math. Easy math. Plus the 23 seconds divided by 60. And then divided by 60 again. Because we're going from seconds to minutes and then to hours. That's why we're dividing by 60 twice. All right, so we get 0.1063 hours. And then we're going to use that to divide our mile. So 1 divided by 0.1063 is 9.4 miles per hour. Does that answer make sense? Yeah, we knew she was a little slower than Cook was, and he was at 11 and a third mile per hour, basically, and she's at 9.4. Yeah, that answer makes sense. Questions? Oh, okay. But you got pretty close, right? Yeah, pretty close. All right, guys, you're probably going to tear this up. All right, you'd probably be fast. Do Cook's first, and then do my 8th grade daughter. I want it in meters per second. I want their average speed, but I want it in meters per second, not miles per hour. $1,600 meters. This orange does not erase well. At all. Note to self, don't use orange. Got it? Remember, it can be helpful to work in reverse. Write down what you need. We need meters per second.
Yeah.
Let's
check.
How many meters? We were given that.
Yes.
All right, for Cooks, do we need to convert the seconds? No, they're already seconds. Look what we need. We need seconds because I'm asking for meters per second. Understand? So the seconds are already seconds. We just need to convert the minutes. How are we going to convert the minutes? Times 60. Because here we're going from minutes to seconds. We're getting, so the unit's getting smaller, which means the number must get bigger. So 5 times 60 is 300 plus the 18 seconds we already had. So 318 seconds. So 1600 meters divided by 318 seconds gives us how many meters per second? 5.03? Okay. Basically 5 meters per second. For comparison's sake, all right? From where this camera stick is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? From right here to that camera stick, way over here, he covered that much distance every second. For every second, he went from here over here. Probably faster than that, because I started at 0, right? That's pretty fast. He's scooting. Look at these ladies running whatever distance that is. He was probably going about that fast. That's a shorter distance. Okay. All right. Everybody good on that? Does anybody need to do one more?
Yes.
All right. Do my daughters. Right here. 6 minutes, 23 seconds. What was her speed in meters per second? What? Ah! Good question. She says, how do I know if the M is for meters or if the M is for miles? So it's basically what the convention is. Normally, if you see MPH, it's miles per hour. If you see M per second, M in science, M is the abbreviation for what? Okay? How do you know which is which? It depends on the situation, the language being used. If I want to do miles per second, could I say MPS? There'd be confusion. Could I go MI? And then per second. That'd be a little clearer, right? So oftentimes you'll see mile abbreviated MI. But you'll know based on the situation. If it's a word problem, they'll say things in the word problem. Good question, though. You got to know what you're dealing with. All right, I'll give you just like a minute to work that one. All right, everybody got it? You have it? All right, so we're gonna say the answer in this. We're gonna round to the nearest hundredth. Everybody got it? In 3, 2, 1. 4.17 or 4.18? We're rounding to the nearest hundredth.
It depends on what you added from the other ones as well.
No, it doesn't depend, guys. It doesn't depend on any. Oh, like other. Shh. All right, you guys are saying. Let's see if you could actually get two different. We have 6 times 60, right? 360 plus the 23. So we have 383, right? Seconds. And we're going to use that to divide the 1600 meters. So we shouldn't have different answers. We're not rounding in different ways. So we should have let me see, 1600 divided by 383 equals 4.177. So we have 4.1775 whatever. I want you to round. This is good. I want you to round to the hundredths place. So I look at the next number over. If it's 5 or bigger, I round this number up. If it's 4 or less, if it's less than 5, I leave it. This is more than 5. So we round up. 4.18 meters per second is her speed. Good? All right, where were we in the book? Page 40, top. All right. Page 40. Yes, we can do more math. We'll do one more piece of math, okay? Shh, if we have time, we should have time. Yes. You're what? No, we're reading. You can check that later. All right, you ready? Whatever else you're doing, just zzz. Book. You got a book right there. Read along. All right, we're at the top of page 40. You good? Nelson back there eating. Not supposed to eat in here. Well, don't hide it now. I already saw. Don't make any crumbs. We don't need more food for the mice. It was not until then that I realized that I must have already flunked every choice on my list above Canine Corps. And now I had just flunked it too. So I was so startled that I almost missed his next remark. Major Weiss said meditatively, with no expression, and as if he were talking about someone else, long dead and far away, I was once half of a canine team. When my Caleb became a casualty, they kept me under sedation for 6 weeks, then rehabilitated me for other work. Johnnie, these courses you've taken, why didn't you study something useful? Remember, he's looking at his high school transcript. He says, why didn't you study something useful? Sir? Too late now, forget it. Your instructor in history and moral philosophy seems to think well of you. He does? I was surprised. What did he say? I smiled. He says that you are not stupid, merely ignorant and prejudiced by your environment. From him, that's high praise. I know him. It didn't sound like praise to me. That stuck-up, stiff-necked old... And, Weiss went on, a boy who gets a C- in appreciation of television can't be all bad. I think we'll accept Mr. Dubois' recommendation. How would you like to be an infantryman? I came out of the federal building feeling subdued, yet not really unhappy. So why, again, wasn't he unhappy? He got what was at the bottom of his list. Why isn't he unhappy? At least it was on his list. Remember, he didn't care what job as long as it wasn't one of the booby prize jobs, the ones like, well, you're not good enough to be in the real military, so we're going to have you make big rocks into small rocks. Does that make sense? He's just happy to have a real, meaningful job. I came out of the federal building, not unhappy. At least I was a soldier. I had papers in my pocket to prove it. I hadn't been classed as too dumb and useless for anything but make work. It was a few minutes after the end of the working day, and the building was empty, save for a skeleton night staff and a few stragglers. I ran into a man in the rotunda who was just leaving. His face looked familiar, but I couldn't place him. You ever run into somebody and you're like, I think I know that person, but you can't remember from where? But he caught my eye and recognized me. Evening, he said briskly. You haven't shipped out yet? And then I recognized him, the fleet sergeant who had sworn us in. I guess my chin dropped. This man was in civilian clothes, was walking around on 2 legs, and had 2 arms. Well, that's not the same guy, is it? He was legless and 1 arm. Good evening, Sergeant, I mumbled. He understood my expression perfectly, glanced down at himself, and smiled easily. Relax, lad. I don't have to put on my horror show after working hours. And I don't. You haven't been placed yet? I just got my orders. For what? Mobile infantry. His face broke in a big grin of delight, and he shoved out his hand. My outfit. Shake, son. We'll make a man of you or kill you trying. Maybe both. It's a good choice, I said doubtfully. A good choice, son. It's the only choice. The mobile infantry is the army. All the others are either button pushers or professors, along merely to hand us the saw. We do the work. He shook hands again and added, drop me a card. Fleet Sergeant Ho, Federal Building. That'll reach me. Good luck. And he was off, shoulders back, heels clicking, head up. I looked at my hand. The hand he had offered me was the one that wasn't there, his right hand. Yet it had felt like flesh and had shaken mine firmly. I had read about these powered prosthetics, but it is startling when you first run across them. So he's got a really nice fake arm, prosthetic, right? I went back to the hotel where recruits were temporarily billeted during placement. We didn't even have uniforms yet, just plain coveralls we wore during the day and our own clothes after hours. I went to my room and started packing as I was shipping out early in the morning. Packing to send stuff home, I mean. Vice had cautioned me not to take along anything but family photographs and possibly a musical instrument if I played one, which I didn't. Carl had shipped out 3 days earlier, having gotten the R&D assignment he wanted. I was just as glad as he would have been just too confounded understanding about the billet I had drawn. Little Carmen had shipped out too, with the rank of cadet midshipman, probationary. She was going to be a pilot all right if she could cut it, and I suspected that she could. My temporary roomie came in, and while I was packing, got your orders, he asked. Yep. What? Mobile infantry. The infantry! Oh, you poor, stupid clown. I feel sorry for you, I really do. I straightened up and said angrily, shut up! The mobile infantry is the best outfit in the Army. It is the Army. The rest of you jerks are just along to hand us the saw. We do the work. He laughed. You'll find out. You want a mouthful of knuckles. So, what? Didn't he just parrot what the fleet sergeant said about the mobile infantry? It is the Army. Everybody. He's already defensive about what he does, or is he just defending what he does? There's a difference, isn't there? Is he already proud to be a mobile infantryman? Is he already proud? He's willing to go, fight this guy over the insult. He's already proud to be a mobile infantry. What's the alternative? What is the alternative? What else could Johnny do other than be proud of being part of the mobile infantry? What, be sad? Be depressed? Moping about, oh no, I'm a mobile infantry. No, you be proud of what you do. Be proud of what you do and do a good job. End of the chapter.